Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Crooked Line Racing Series. Tonight we are at Knoxville, the virtual Knoxville Speedway for the Crooked Line Street Stock Series here on Friday night. Here's tonight's race info. It's going to be the Knoxville Speedway. Going to be Knoxville Speedway. Temperature 77 degrees. The track length is half a mile. Track temperature is going to be 69 degrees, with the altitude of Knoxville being 922 feet. Got ourselves a decent crowd tonight. I'm showing 14 drivers currently for qualifying at this time. We are currently following Anthony Crawford in the number 24 machine around Knoxville Speedway. Only have a couple moments left in qualifying before we start Heat 1. Check out that DraftKings number 24 machine right there. Anthony, now that's a cool ride. Any of you guys watching for Anthony, let's hear about him. If you're rooting for him, let me know. I'm flying solo tonight. I don't have James at this moment. We might have him shortly down the line here, but he's got some outside world things, but I'm going to do my best to call this awesome show solo. That being said, I'm going to mention, again, I mentioned it last night. This is last week's notes, I guess is the best way to put it. So Friday, March 19th, last Friday, these guys, the Crooked Line Racing, Friday Night Live Dirt Street Stocks, they were at the virtual Lernerville Speedway. That was race number 3 for their 12-week season. There were 9 cautions during the feature, 2 lead changes between 2 drivers. It's Ryan Lafave taking an early lead with Johnny Nolan and Jesse Osborne all over his back bumper. They took it 3 wide, went from 6th to 3rd in 1 lap. Lafave would hold the lead through halfway when contact between Nolan and Osborne would put a damper on their run. This left the door open for Jacob Lee, who was running 4th, and Butch Baker, who had worked his way up from a 16th starting spot. In the end, though, Ryan Lafave brought it home in the number 19 for his first dominant win of the season. And Heat 1 last week belonged to James Richard, and Heat 2, Justin Knuckles. These guys are starting to get on the grid. That being said, it is time to go over the grid. Heat number 1. It's going to consist of Brian Lawson, who's going to be on the pole for Heat 1 with Anthony Crawford to his outside. Brendan Burke is going to be starting 3rd with Michael Christian 4th. Butch Baker's 5th. Malachi Smith 6th. Johnny Nolan is 7th. I'm showing Isaac Salas 8th and Jesse Osborne 9th. I'm only showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm showing 8 machines out there, so I'm going to assume Jesse Osborne is not going to be driving. Brian Lawson appears to be the driver that's not on the track at this time. Right now, looks like we're having a brief pause before we get started here, ladies and gentlemen. Still gridding, have a couple moments left. I believe these drivers are going to be pulling off any minute. Here they go. The pace truck is going to lead them on to the Knoxville Speedway. This is an awesomely, I wouldn't say paved, but you can just take a look here and see how the dirt has been laid down, really flat. It's, for the most part, a flat racetrack. There's not a lot of banking here. Now, that's going to be a lot different from last week at Lernerville, as there was banking for Lernerville. Any minute now, this pace truck is going to pull off, and we're going to be underway here for heat number 1. It'll be 8 laps, 8 drivers. Who's it going to be? Crawford, Burke, Christian, Baker, or is it going to be somebody else in the back? I gotta be honest, I kind of missed my partner out here in the booth, but we're going to do this the fun way. We're going to be talking to these drivers every opportunity that we can get, especially in the main feature. The green flag looks to be getting ready to come out any moment now. The pace truck lights are out, so I anticipate he is going to be turning in momentarily. There he goes. Pace truck comes in. Anthony Crawford, Brendan Burke are going to lead these guys to the line for the start here at Knoxville Speedway. Already a little bit of trouble back here for number 97 machine of Butch Baker as he finds himself in the infield and stuck on the railing. He had that issue last night in the small block series on Dirty Thursday. That's unfortunate for him. Fortunately, it's only heat 1. Brendan Burke is out front currently with Jesse Osborne, who's up 7 positions in 1.5 laps up to second. This is this heat's biggest mover. Now he's looking number Brendan Burke. And the number 92 machine, that's Jesse Osborne going for first. Trying to hold off a hard charging Brendan Burke. If they're not careful, Johnny Nolan and that numbered 57 machine's going to sneak into the picture. But right now, it's Brendan Burke and Jesse Osborne. These guys are competing for the Heat 1 win. Got ourselves a battle back here between Anthony Crawford and Isaac Salas. Number 50 of Malachi Smith is involved. Anthony Crawford's up a little bit high. Malachi Smith looking for the dive low. He's not going to have the drive off out of that corner. They're going to touch coming into this corner. Great save by the number 50 of Malachi Smith. He's going to regroup, and Anthony Crawford's under siege once again. They're going to touch again here, and I see that Scoob machine. There's Scoob, Michael Christian, number 51. Everybody wants to see the Scoob. And there he is, just kind of biding his time, running around the track. And he's into the wall. Trouble in front of him. That's Malachi Smith and Anthony Crawford. We saw those guys beating and banging. Malachi Smith is going to have the short end of the stick sitting back here. Now he's going to come back onto the track. Jesse Osborne's going to be coming to 2 to go in a couple moments. It'll be popsicle sticks in the air as soon as he crosses the line. He's got a 1-second lead over Brendan Burke. Brendan Burke's about to have his hands full with Johnny Nolan and Isaac Salas for the second place position. We are on the final lap now. Jesse Osborne seems to have heat number 1 solidly in control. The battle is for second. Will Johnny Nolan be able to make a move here on Brendan Burke to take the second place position away? Take a look at this angle. It's going to be Jesse Osborne. Brendan Burke will hang on to second with Johnny Nolan third for heat number 1. Heat number 2 gridding is about to be underway. This race was going to feature Corey Schartzer, Kagan Ludeman, Jacob Lee, Justin Knuckles, Maverick Seidel, Michael Lowe Jr., Nick Herron, Joshua Peck, and Ryan Lafave. You can see these guys are coming on track at this time. Starting P1 at this time is going to be, I'm showing Corey Schartzer. I'm not certain here, so I'm going to go off the line here. Jacob Lee, Justin Knuckles, Maverick Seidel, Michael Lowe Jr., and again, Nick Herron, Joshua Peck, Ryan Lafave is going to round out the field for this. So I want to go ahead and take a quick moment to touch on why I'm showing drivers that may not be racing in this. So these guys have active race control. The race admins or league admins are going to be controlling this situation. They're going to make sure there aren't any unnecessary cautions, and they can throw cautions when necessary. That way iRacing doesn't confuse itself with these guys sliding all over the place. And it is going to be Corey Schartzer and Kagan Ludeman who are not going to be in this field. So Jacob Lee and Justin Knuckles are going to lead these guys to the green. All right, that pace truck comes in. Jacob Lee with Justin Knuckles to his outside. Michael Lowe Jr. and Maverick Seidel the top 4. Number 21 and Jacob Lee gets on the throttles coming into turn 1, and now we're sliding. Friday Night Live heat number 2. Justin Knuckles, Maverick Seidel side by side for the second place. A little beat and banging already as you see Michael Lowe Jr. and Ryan Lafave getting together. Joshua Peck gives the 38 a friendly bump there to keep him straight. As that was Ryan Lafave giving Michael Lowe Jr. the friendly bump. The top 4, you could throw a blanket under these guys as Jacob Lee is all over the back bumper of Justin Knuckles. Justin Knuckles is already up 3 positions. We're going to go ahead and take a quick moment here, and we're going to view this from the stands. This is what you guys would see if you're here for your local short track dirt racing on the weekends. We've got a packed house tonight from these virtual race fans. Don't they look like they're having a blast? They're able to be at the racetrack. Cameras are flashing as we're seeing Michael Lowe Jr. try to get underneath Nick Herron for the 4th place position. Justin Knuckles still has control of the field in first. Jacob Lee still second. You're seeing a pass back here as we speak. That is Michael Lowe Jr. We're going to go ahead and take a different angle right here. That's a 38. There's Michael Lowe Jr. working the inside of number 69 machine of Nick Herron. It looks like Michael Lowe Jr. is going to take the position away for now. And if Nick Herron's not careful, Ryan Lafave and Joshua Peck are going to be there. As you saw, a big hit there on Nick Herron. At the conclusion of heat number 2, which is going to be in 3 laps, we're going to do a 2-minute warm-up I'm going to step away. I'm going to turn up the volume. Well, really, I'm going to turn off my voice. I'm going to allow you guys to listen to these beautiful machines roll around the dirt here at Knoxville Speedway. But right now, before that, heat number 2 must come to a close. Popsicle sticks are in the air for Justin Knuckles. He's got to get around this track 2 more times without letting Jacob Lee sneak up on him. Right now, he's got about a half-second lead over Jacob Lee. Now, behind them, we've got ourselves an excellent battle for the 4th place, or the third place position. You've got Maverick Seidel, Michael Lowe Jr., Nick Herring, Ryan Lafave. Everybody's there. Everybody can pounce right here. Who's going to make the move? You can see the number 69 of Nick Herring. He's getting up on 2 wheels there. That just shows you how hard these guys are driving to try to make something happen. Justin Knuckles is going to win heat number 2. Jacob Lee's going to finish P2. Maverick Seidel just hangs on to 3rd. Michael Lowe Jr.'s 4th. Nick Herring 5th. Ryan Lafave 6th. Here's that warm-up that I was speaking about, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to step away briefly. I hope you enjoy Friday Night Live for the Crooked Line Racing Series. All right, that's going to conclude the Warm It Up and Dirt It Up feature for tonight's Crooked Line Racing Series at Knoxville, Tennessee. These drivers are now gridding for the main feature tonight here. Now we're going to go through the grid. Jesse Osborne is going to be leading these guys to the green with Justin Knuckles starting to his outside. Brendan Burke, P3. Jacob Lee will be starting 4th. Johnny Nolan's going to round out the top 5 with Maverick Seidel 6th. Isaac Salas 7th. Michael Lowe Jr.'s 8th. Michael Christian 9th. Nick Herring P10. Moving further down the line, for 11th place is going to be Anthony Crawford, with Ryan Lafave starting 12th. Malachi Smith 13th. 14th is Joshua Peck. Butch Baker 15th. Corey Schartzer 16th, and excuse me, and that's going to be the field. Butch Baker is going to round out the field. I am expecting outstanding racing. We saw some really good racing from Heat 1 and Heat 2. Jesse Osborne won the first, Justin Knuckles won the second. Things are going to be interesting. Remember, folks, you're going to get to see plenty of green flag action as caution laps here do not count. Momentarily, we're going to see the pace truck pull in to the infield, and these drivers are going to get going once again. Go. You just saw the pace truck come in, and now Jesse Osborne's out to an early lead over Brendan Burke. Everybody's going to be chasing Jesse Osborne once again here. We've got ourselves quite the gaggle of machines right here. The number 7 is there. The number 92 is there. Justin Knuckles, Brendan Burke, Isaac Salas. There's the Scooby-Doo machine of Michael Christian. He's starting to make a name for himself with that Scooby-Doo machine. Michael, we sure enjoy that scheme. I would ask you to keep that up. The fans like it too. We're under our first caution of the night. We're going to go ahead and try to see what happened here. Anthony Crawford might have been involved. No, it's the number 50 machine of Malachi Smith who gets turned around. It doesn't look like too much damage. He's going to get going right again here. Now that's a pretty looking Camaro. So Jesse Osborne still leading the way here for the main feature for the Crooked Lion Racing Series. Ladies and gentlemen, these vehicles are going to be lined up again. They're going to come out of this corner. The pace truck's going to turn in. They're underway once again. Hammered down Jesse Osborne, who gets a huge jump on the field coming into turn 1. Justin Knuckles is 2 to 3 car lengths back, and he's under siege from the number 92 machine of Brendan Burke. Brendan Burke takes a quick bump right there from the number 7 machine of Justin Knuckles. Not Justin Knuckles, excuse me. I believe, Isaac Salas. Excuse the confusion right there. We got ourselves quite the mess. You can see right there Michael Christian in the Scoob machine trying to get into the top 5. Get number 50, then Malachi Smith ends up in the wall. Number 26, NOS Energy Machine of Maverick Seidel underneath Brendan Burke right now, trying to take away third place position. lap 5 of 30 now complete. These guys seem to be under green pretty well. I'm going to turn off the mic because again, my voice is a little bit worn out doing this alone tonight. These guys are providing a lot more action than you would expect, as you've got contact between the 192 and the 26 machine. They're going to hang on to it. I hope you enjoyed this view right here. We're going to go ahead and turn it up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with you now. The Crooked Line Racing Series brought to you by 5 Kings Motorsports. That's a race team that started out with 5 friends. It soon turned into something way more. With almost 1,000 followers across social media in under a couple months. And it's growing at rapid speeds. Check them out, 5 Kings Motorsports on Facebook. Also, don't forget to use 5 Kings on all your purchases from Rocket Racing Setups and the Buttkicker. Well, folks, we're down to 17 laps to go. At this time, Jesse Osborne still holds a comfortable lead over second place runner, NOS Energy number 5 machine of Isaac Salas. That's going to be a 2 1/4 second lead. And Isaac Salas is about a 2 1/4 second lead to third place here of Maverick Seidel. Now this is where things start to get significantly tighter. As you can see, Justin Knuckles is right behind us. Justin Knuckles gets turned by the number 21 machine and goes flying in the air. The 57 is in the wall. Carnage with 15 to go. I'm going to show you guys this one more time. We're going to do this on board from Justin Knuckles this time. Just gets turned around. It's looking the wrong way. Gets hit, and he's up in the air. He's back on the track. Just trying to explain how strong these machines are as he's going to drive away from being airborne and slamming into the ground. Yes, I understand these are virtual race cars and things are a little bit different, but either way, it's still quite the feat. Right now you're riding on board with Isaac Salas. We got 15 laps to go here. This is caution number 2 at Knoxville for the Crooked Line Racing Series. Jesse Osborne still hanging on to the lead at this time. Michael Christian, the Scooby-Doo machine, he's up to P4 now. Expecting this pace truck to turn in down pit lane here this time by, and we're going to get back to racing here at Knoxville Speedway with Jesse Osborne leading the way. There we go, the pace truck comes in. Jesse Osborne's going to hammer down with Isaac Salas behind him, but in the mix now is Maverick Seidel. Don't forget about the 92 of Brendan Burton, and Scoob is there. Contact between the 97 and the number 2 machine. They're going to sort through it. The battles up front, the battles to the back. There are battles everywhere on this track. We're talking 3 wide, potentially 4 wide if Butch Baker and the 97 can get there. Is this going to work? Are these guys going to get through the corner? They do get through the corner. It looks to me like number 57, John Owen, is going to be the winner from that 3 wide contest. The action, however, is not over yet. You saw the number 2 of Joshua Pack with the front tires in the air going around that corner. So that's something that's really neat about this. I'm recognizing these machines, they get real light coming through these corners, and I'm starting to see a lot of inside tires and wheels come off the ground. It's kind of an incredible thing. As you've seen some more 3 wide action, it's not going to work this time. The 2, the number 98 are going around. Or excuse me, the 38 went around. They're going to... Wow, they saved it. They hung on to it. They're going to keep on racing as Jesse Osborne has opened up a half-second lead now on Isaac Salas. And at this time, caution number 3 is out. Ryan Lafave ends up getting the short end of the stick for this caution. He's shown in the 15th position currently. That is, again, caution number 3 for tonight. We're looking high overhead, courtesy of our virtual blimp. Osborne's going to hammer down one more time with 12 to go. 8 feet away as the dust and the dirt is flying. The action is exciting. Ten laps to go here at Knoxville. Jesse Osborne still leads the way. However, the gap is closing. Isaac Salas figuring something out, but he's can be in contact with the NOS Energy number 26 machine, as you saw them both get airborne. Now Malachi Smith is sneaking into the mix for P3. He's on a move. He's up 10 spots since the start. Big collision right there from the 26 and the 92. They're going to keep it sorted out, stay out of the wall. We're still green. Still green at this time. Jesse Osborne still out front, but the battle is right here between 3rd and 6th. This is where the action is currently on the track. I'm going to leave it right here so we can see. Currently, we have 57, Johnny Nolan, Michael Christian, the 26 and Maverick Seidel. Michael Christian in the scoop car is trying to get by the 57, but if he's not careful, he's going to lose the spot to Maverick Seidel, the number 26 NOS Energy machine. He's showing that he has the energy indeed. Six laps to go. Jesse Osborne with about a second lead as caution 4 comes out. Now this is going to be where things get exciting. We're going to tighten up the field one more time, or as many times as it takes, honestly. But we're going to tighten it back up. This is still anybody's race. Trying to find what brought out the caution a few moments ago. There it is, Justin Knuckles and the number 2 machine and the number 21 machine get turned around, and that's going to be caution number 4. Now that's going to be quite the game changer for this. We're going to have about 5 laps to go, if I'm correct on that. It's going to be 5 laps to decide tonight's winner. Who's it going to be? Jesse Osborne has been dominant all night long, but we've seen people start kind of rising to the top. Being names like Malachi Smith, Isaac Salas, who's been up there the whole time, Johnny Nolan, Scoob has been showing he has speed as these last few laps. This is still anybody's race. Here we go. The green flag is out. Things are going to get heated up, as you saw this time. They start single file Single file being because the caution came out quickly. It's a method to try to prevent crashing. Jesse Osborne's going to try to hold on to win tonight, but he's still going to have to contend with these gentlemen chasing him. Laps wind down, the action heats up. These guys are in fierce competition with one another. As you see these cars slide into the corner, the number 38 and the number 51 battling for the 9th place position. That's the Scoop car, unfortunately falling back a little bit for him. Johnny Nolan's trying to get into this battle for second. Jesse Osborne hasn't quite stretched out to the lead that he wants. He's only got a half-second lead. He's got to enter the corner the right way for the next 2 laps. Popsicle sticks in the air here at Knoxville for Jesse Osborne. Isaac Sal is trying to do everything he can to chase him down, and I still butcher that man's name. It's alright, I don't think he holds it against me. Malachi Smith is up to P3. We're coming to the white flag this time by. Jesse Osborne sees the white flag. He's only got to get around one more time as Isaac Salas really sends it into turn 1. Jesse Osborne's lead could be at stake. Could we see another last lap pass in turn 3? He's going to send it in deep right here. It might not be enough. It will not. Jesse Osborne is going to cross the line first here at Knoxville for the Crooked Line Racing Series. What a finish. What an incredible finish. Alright, as you see right here, your top 3, Jesse Osborne, Isaac Salas. He's going to get his name right for us. Called him Salsa at one point. Salsa, maybe? I don't know. Malachi Smith, P3. I'm going to try to reach Malachi Smith real fast, and we're going to have to talk to the 3rd place driver. I see him here. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Mr. Malachi Smith, congratulations on the podium finish. How do you feel this Friday night at Knoxville? Well, I was definitely watching you come to the front, and you provided quite a bit of action for me as I'm trying to keep up with this. I'm calling it solo, and I can do this for an oval race, but man, this dirt racing stuff, it happens too quick. Sometimes you kind of run out of breath. But here's a question for you. Can you try to explain the track, how the track felt to people that may not understand dirt track racing, particularly myself? I'm not familiar with how the tracks feel. Was it really slick? It didn't look like there was a lot of moisture out on the track. Correct me if I'm wrong. No worries. Most definitely so. Thanks for the quick overview on that. I appreciate it. What are your thoughts moving forward to next week? All right. Well, I quite appreciate the overview on that, and I'm going to look forward to a dicey race next week. That being said, again, congratulations on your P3 finish. I'm going to send you back, and I'm going to go and catch up with Isaac and Jesse Osborne. So I hope you enjoy your evening. Thank you. Isaac, it's Jonathan in the booth. Congrats on the podium finish. I thought you might have had something for him. How are you feeling tonight? Could you explain the track conditions real quick?
And you had to run really high, and every time that Jesse would get a really good restart, I basically just following him around, and he had a fantastic line, so he's just driving straight through the slick stuff off of 4, but he was like straight. So I mean, it didn't really slow him down at all, but it was a fantastic line, fantastic race so far. Or so far the season has probably been the best race.
You
Very
think
fun,
so?
very racy.
It's unfortunate I had to call it solo, so I didn't give you guys the exposure that y'all deserved for what you're calling the diciest race here. Anyhow, so I appreciate that. It seemed like you might have had something for Jesse moving forward there. Do you think you just needed another couple laps coming to the end? I thought you might have been able to get him on that turn 3 coming to the checkered flag there.
I think the big thing is would have been a lot of confidence going into that, because well, it was a huge confidence boost coming out of 3 and 4, knowing that the bottom side, if you were patient, it would have worked. So I mean, just got to use that knowledge for next time we race here. But overall, I think I could have had him if in another couple laps. Would have just been a big patience game.
I understand. Well, I appreciate that, Isaac. I'm going to send you back. I'm actually going to have to go reach back out to Malachi Smith. I didn't realize that I had his part of the mic muted because I was flying solo. So I'm going to have to redo his interview. So,
Well, you get him. You get
that
him interviewed
being
the right way then, sir.
no, I'm going to have to go and do that. So I'm going to send you back, Isaac. Congrats on P2. I hope you enjoy your night.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, sir. Have a good one.
Yep. Malachi Smith, I'm going to have to bring you back in. I'm sorry. Um, we need to do another quick brief interview with you because I had you muted.
Oh, you're not fine. You're good, buddy.
I was flying solo, and just in case James managed to jump in the middle of it, I didn't want him to jump in, and I saw hear the background of him, and I didn't catch it until right after I sent you back. So anyway,
No, you're good.
You touched on with me, and the fans didn't hear it. You got turned around early. You fought back and forth. You finished number 2 and 3 with your buddy. Quick, real fast. Let's catch your thoughts again. Going to you said Limaland next week.
It should be fun. It's a little, quarter-mile track, high banked. It's a little tighter racing, so it should be fun with these guys. Seems like the last couple of weeks we've been getting it together a little bit better, doing longer green flag runs. So if we can keep doing this, next week's just going to be a blast. I mean, it's a short track, which makes it really fun, a little bit rubbing, more than usual. But I like these guys that run out here. They're real fun to run with. Everyone tries to race each other clean. So should be a great time next week.
Absolutely. Well, again, I look forward to that. Sorry for everybody that heard me talk to a ghost earlier, but that's life. That's dirt track racing. Anyway, Malachi Smith, congrats on P3. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right, now we are with our race winner, Jesse Osborne. How are you feeling? P1, you were very dominant tonight. Could you explain the track?
Well, first of all, the track was sticky as normal, heavy. to begin with, but I knew once that track started slicking off that I put in a lot of laps on that track, especially when it was slick, for chances like this to shine. And man, all this hard work sure did pay off.
It sure seems to look like it. I mean, you definitely seemed like the class of the field. For a brief moment, I thought your lead was potentially in jeopardy for a last lap pass. However, it seems like well, it doesn't seem. You did. You held on to it. You finished P1. Congratulations. What are your thoughts moving into next week?
Well, next week, like every week is going to be tough. I mean, some guys shine at different tracks, and I'm pumped. I'm excited. This league is a blast. I'm having a blast. These guys are respectful, and that's what makes this league awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. I enjoy working with these guys. Special thanks out there to Brian Lawson, Butch Baker, Isaac, who we just talked to, Corey Schartzer. These guys run an amazing league, and you hear it right here from one of their competitors. Anyhow, Jess, good job. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope you enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, thank you. And I'd like to thank my team, Dirt Panda, for putting up with me. This league, Cricket Line, you guys do a hell of a good job, and y'all for broadcasting it, and all the drivers, much respect, guys. Thanks.
Thanks for that. I should have asked you for your shout-outs. I apologize. I'm a little bit off the rocker tonight, but anyway, thanks for getting that in there, Jess, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was your top 3. I butchered it just a little bit, but we're going to continue because we don't have any other options. Here are the results for the main feature. Jesse Osborne, who we just spoke to, brings it home P1 in the number 8 machine. Isaac Salas almost got it done with a potential last lap pass going into turn 3. Just didn't quite have the grip for it to happen. Malachi Smith, I butchered the interview on the first time. We nailed it the second time. Maybe. Johnny Nolan 4th. Brendan Burke rounds out your top 5. Maverick Seidel 6th. Butch Baker in 7th. 8th belongs to Nick Herron. Michael Christian's 9th with Jacob Lee 10th. Justin Knuckles 11th. Ryan Lafave brings it home P12. Not the night that he was looking for, but he still had the dominant victory a couple weeks ago. Anthony Crawford is finishing 13th with Michael Lowe Jr. 14th. Joshua Peck rounds out your field in 15th. Well, for the Crooked Line Racing Series and for all of us here at SRM, my name's Jonathan, and I hope you all have a good night.